to be boring. Yeah, yeah. Tell me you ready, Mellow, you ready to spit for the ladies to keep it nasty, dark and petty. If you pick me, then you might find this upsetting. You say that you're ready, well the joke's on you. Get it?
Much. I'm not finna play with you. You pissed me off so bad. Wow, that's crazy. Welcome.
Did I not eat?
Oh, I if you listen to the last episode, I said that you don't sound bad. I said it. You was the one fighting with me
my
about
highs
it.
are getting better every episode.
You said what?
They're getting better.
Yeah.
Because
And you know what? And that's
I'm training my voice. It sounded good.
Well, that sounds crazy. Oh, okay. You sound like one of them like drunk ladies that be on the south side of the smoking room, like doing karaoke, and everybody's like, "Yeah!" And it's like, get
Have you
auntie
been watching
down.
the videos of the girls who can sing for real, impersonating the R&B girls singing Summer Walker's new song? Like Toni Braxton singing Heart of the Woman. Only thing saving
I do a stellar Toni Braxton impression. I'm not gonna do it.
Then somebody did 90s Beyonce singing Heart
I
of the
saw
Woman.
that, and that was nice. I like that.
Because
saw
that's
that.
exactly how Beyonce used to sing.
You get me drunk enough, I'll do a Toni Braxton impression.
Pause. Don't do nothing else. I need you to just move over.
This way.
You got a lot of space. It's all right. Come on.
I'm outside now.
It's all right. You inside. I promise you. Your shot looks better.
Okay.
Your shot looks better. All
Yes.
right.
Okay.
Just pick up. Don't say nothing else. Just pick up. It's an easy cut.
Is a heart of a woman.
Right. True. Yeah. But yeah. Toni Braxton, that's my girl. That's
a bad bitch.
That's my
right
shit.
there.
Yeah.
Tony's a bad bitch. Joke of the week. Let's just get right into it. Let's just get into it because
My joke of the week is that I was crying at work the last time I was at work because it was just like a stressful day. It was election week. And it was very hard. And we got a new security guard because we've had some security issues at work. We've had some situations. And so we got a security guard and I was crying and I did like my ugly cry face. My whole face was stretched out. This nigga talking about some, oh, stop. Come on. That's mad ugly. Stop. Don't do that. I said, what? He was like, that's mad ugly. He's like, that's ugly. You look ugly. Stop. Don't do that. I was like, I started crying harder. I was like, oh my God, I'm ugly. He was like, no, man, you not ugly, but that's ugly. Come on. Stop that. Stop that. I was like, this is why I don't date New York niggas or New Jersey niggas because
They're so mean.
How fucking dare you? Come on.
So mean.
That's mad ugly. You don't even know me, Abdul. You don't even know me.
do the cry face real quick. Cry real quick.
It's mad ugly. He didn't lie. I never said he lied.
It's so ugly.
It's so ugly. But I was so stressed out. And, I don't know this nigga, so I'm like, I'm not finna be shamed to cry in front of you. Stand there and just be a bystander. It's my job.
But he at work too. He can't move, so now you got to look at your ass crying. He trying to enjoy his new fucking
I thought
job.
I was gonna get consoled.
Imagine when he got home. Yo, it's mad bitches crying and shit.
And I wasn't the only one crying.
She look crazy as fuck, yo.
Listen, I started crying, then my coworker started crying. He got so overwhelmed. He's like, oh, come on, y'all. Come on. Oh, that's when I say I thought he was gonna say, that's all right. Or, oh no, don't cry. Or no, don't worry about it. Nope. I was mad ugly. Mad ugly. That's what he said to me. But sometimes you need to hear that.
I'm on his side.
Sometimes you need to hear that you're mad ugly. So that's what I got from Abdul.
My joke of the week. What is my joke of the week? I mean, it's always something ridiculous happening to me. I just think the lady crashing out about me on Twitter was just very funny. I think that was just very indicative of how people behave with me in general. And when I say I don't bother nobody, like, I'm capable of bothering people. I'm not saying that I'm just the non-botheringest bitch in the world. I'm pretty awful when I want to be. Mm-hmm. But, like, I could literally be somewhere minding my business. And people don't understand that this is like the 12th time this has happened. When you say that I have you blocked and then more people join in saying that, oh, she has me blocked too. She blocked me with this and then that. She blocked me when I did this. People are like, oh, she must be insecure. She's so sensitive, blah, blah, blah. I am now so powerful. Like, I am just unstoppable. Like, I feel like I'm plugged up. Like, you know the aliens on fucking Independence Day when they like plug their fucking frontal lobe? What's the back part? The fucking medulla oblongata, whatever the fuck they plug. I'm literally just...
That's the occipital bone.
Whatever the fuck. Okay. I'm plugged in.
Right.
Y'all are making me so much more powerful. It's like, who does she think she is? Clearly, I'm some kind of supervillain, and y'all are making it worse. I'm gonna keep doing this.
And that terrifies me that like, cause like a bitch blocked me, right? I'm just blocked.
Damn.
That's like being blocked and then talking about it with a group of other motherfuckers who are blocked is the equivalent of you losers having a meeting on my porch. That's weird. Be blocked. I'm blocked by people, and when I say I've got the faintest fucking clue what I did, but I have the understanding that something that I said rubbed that motherfucker the wrong way. I could have said that Brussels sprouts were nasty. And they were like, I don't like this bitch's energy.
And I do that every day.
And I do. When I say if I don't like the way you type, I'll block you. If I don't want to see that shit, if I don't like your opinion on babies, I'll block you.
If somebody's mean to you, I'll block them.
Right, somebody say something crazy to you, blocked.
I don't care what mutual it is. Somebody talking mean to my mutual, they get blocked. It don't matter what you... The high level thing is saying or doing something flagrant. Low level, ew, ketchup on grilled cheese is nasty. I like ketchup on grilled cheese, so block. It's just what? It's like putting grilled cheese in tomato soup. People do that all the time.
It's not like putting grilled. You know what's like putting grilled cheese in tomato soup?
Putting grilled cheese in tomato.
Putting grilled cheese in tomato soup.
But I'm just saying the tomato of it all and dipping it in something. Try it.
I shan't.
It's so good. You're
I'm
not gonna make me be
Are
crazy.
you 5?
In a lot of different scenarios, yes.
Ketchup on grilled cheese?
It's so good.
Grilled cheese stand up on its own.
It do. But
now how old is he? That's what I thought.
But what if I've been eating it since I was like young? So try it.
I'm not going
It's basically a burger without the meat on it.
It's also not bad.
Whatever. So anyway.
No.
It's just, I think people try to like philosophize. I think I'm getting dumber. I think I have a buddy love thing going on. You know how Sherman was just getting dumber and dumber? I don't know if I have a buddy love somewhere. I be saying words. I hope I don't have like a tumor or some shit. I hope it's not something serious. Again, very dark.
New
tumor.
Girl, when Nick was like, I'm not sure if I can read. I think I just memorized a lot of words. Like, that's how I be feeling.
When I see a new word, which isn't often, but like I be seeing a new word, I'm like,
yikes.
I be on here talking and the word come out, I'm like, that wasn't it.
That wasn't it.
And I'm a
But
smart girl.
you ate that when you said to carpent and you were talking about carpentry. I thought that was not real. So sometimes you be right. Sometimes you be right.
Philosophize? I don't know. What is the word I'm trying to say?
I
said philosophize.
Like to make something a philosophy?
Yeah, like trying to make it seem like it's something more than it is. Like, oh, she's insecure. She has some kind of insecurity while she block people. I block people because it's funny. Y'all live in my phone and y'all keep doing shit like this. So it's funny to me. And as a youngest child and an asshole, I'm going to keep doing this to people.
And you can't shame me into unblocking you or feeling bad about blocking
Especially when you're
you.
acting weird, because now I'm even more justified in blocking.
People will, and I've said this before, I don't know who people think I am, but they will tweet me like you're a circus bear and I'm your handler. Like, oh, your friend blocked me. Okay.
I'm grown.
She's grown. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. And now you're blocked on my page because you're fucking weird.
I don't know
You're
if people
strange.
think you're some sort of like chaperone. Or I can't imagine you coming on my telephone device being like, hey, Mel, can you block _Juicy Waffle 6969? No, I'm not.
And then I think somehow people have miscalculated. Brittany says a funny thing that I say things in such a sure voice that I sound like a voice of reason, and I'm not a voice of reason, but like I sound like a reasonable person. I'm not reasonable. I'm not the reasonable one here.
I'm the reasonable one, yeah.
Hold on. There's no, what I was going to say is there is no reasonable one.
Stop taking away my normalness.
You're
so
not normal. You just told me that you dip grilled cheese in ketchup. That is the absence of normality.
That's beautiful.
You are crazier than tits on a fucking bullfrog, and you won't keep sitting here next to me because I'm the more chaotic one, pretending like you're normal. And they said it on Twitter. You said something on Twitter, and somebody in the comments was like, see, they paint Talley as the crazy one, but it's really Mel. She be getting away with shit because you do be getting away with shit because you be like, I'm just a silly girl. You are not just a silly girl. You be serious as fuck, and you crazy. And you're not finna keep sitting next to me and positioning yourself.
I think it's when I said, when Quincy...
Has anyone told you were normal? Is that a comment on you? Is that something that if someone were describing you, they'd be like, yeah, Mel, she normal as fuck. Has anyone ever told you that? Nope. All right, then.
I go in that mirror and said, you are normal.
You know, telling yourself you're normal in the mirror is what? Not normal. Not normal.
The tweet she said that on was so funny because, and I wanted to say something way more flagrant, but again, the art of being a comedian is I can make something really, really mean sound like a joke that's not mean. Because I was saying, God is taking up all the loving versus Virginians. Somebody please say Jamie Foxx.
That's normal to you? I can't believe you thought you were normal. Wow, that's crazy. I'm not gonna lie, that made me miss Lauren. Because had you said you were normal on this podcast, she would have ate your ass up behind that shit.
Because y'all would have been able to vote me out of
we would have been able to tell the truth. That's the thing about there being two of us. It's just whoever sells it better. It's just whoever sells it
Am
better.
I selling being normal well? Because I don't think I am.
You're not selling being normal well. When you be saying stuff that like alludes to you being normal, I'll be like, oh, must think so delusional.
But honestly, let me have it.
No.
I think you should let me
You
have
think that you're going to be positioned as the normal one and I'm going to be, I can tell you stories about 2014. You think that's what
not the norm. I'm just saying, in general, I just feel like I'm just normal, period. No. Let me be normal.
No, you're not normal.
Other than the things you just named. Name 3 normal things about me. That's harder.
Name 3 normal things about you?
Yes, what's normal about me?
You're black.
Okay, that's not normal.
Normal things about you. I was finna say something so mean, and it was gonna be a mistake. You were gonna be so mad.
What?
Because I was gonna. I'll whisper it because it's about your feet.
Say it.
So I was gonna say your shoe size, but then I remembered your shoe size, and like
also not normal.
I don't know why God.
Okay, so 3 non-normal things about me. Okay, the most non-normal things. I just.
The most non-normal things. You routinely want to show me scabs and turds. Routinely.
I have not.
And sores. And you sent me veinless dicks. You sent me dicks without veins. I'm not going to tell the people what's going on because I don't know who knows who. But I keep texting unsubscribe and you keep sending me the pictures of that person. And I keep saying that I don't want to see it. And sometimes it'll be what I wake up to. Because I am a morning person, Mel is a night person. So I will have been asleep since 9:50 and Mel will send me something so especially heinous.
It's been going
on
at
11:30. It's been going on for years. And then I'll wake up. And what's so crazy, I like to hear from you. So I'll be like, a text message from Melanie. And then I open it and it's that.
Yeah, I can't even specifically tell y'all what it is, but it's so heinous. I will not specify the gender of this person. But this person likes to post a certain body part in their stories all the time.
I'm haunted by this.
And they will purposely angle the photo so that body part is in it. And we have an open case.
Not only so it's in it, that it's the focus of the shot.
Like, this person could be doing an activity, and it's like activity, body part. And we're just like, this has been going on for 5 years. What is going on with this body part, and why do you keep showing it? So every time I see it, so I can keep a record, because if I tell anybody else about it, they're going to think I'm crazy. I can't send it to my nigga because he don't want to see this body part. And it's not like a private part or anything. But me and Talley, I've been sending her this since 2019, since we became friends.
And what word do I text you every time you send it?
Unsubscribe. And no, because I need a case. When I bring it to the
Send
Supreme Court.
Send it to yourself. Anytime I'm keeping a dossier on somebody, I text it to myself.
But also, I need validation from another human that this is not normal.
I've said it, and so you keep sending it to me.
But I'm building the case. I don't know when. So when I build the courage to ask this person, why do you keep posting this body part? And I know they're going to
I
try
said
to push
that I would
back.
solicit him From another page.
them, that person, them, they, them.
Right.
They, them.
My bad.
This is why I would never rob a bank with Talley.
I am not the person to do crimes with. I'm
Talley
going to tell
is
the truth.
Because Talley was telling a story about from 5th grade. And like, oh, well, I'm not going to say anything about Raymond Upright. No one was going to ask what the nigga name was.
Raymond Upright is crazy.
Who put the pencil in their booty hole. No one was going to ask his name, but you had to say the name. We're all going to jail.
Because the thing about it
all
is,
going to jail.
I don't lie. I don't like, even when
I don't lie
I've gotten
either.
caught doing stuff in relationships, I fold immediately. Even when I'm doing something I'm not supposed to, I'll get asked a question and be like, oh, whose number is this? I'd be like, yeah, his name is Raymond Upright and I met him at the mall and we just, I don't know.
But I don't lie either, but
you lie better than me because
Because I think because being a sneaky youngest child, I was so used to doing stuff I wasn't supposed to be doing. So I kind of have that. But like when it comes to like the grand scheme of telling the truth, I'm still like a truther person. But like I had a secret operation going on in 8th grade. I wasn't supposed to be on Sims. But like I have my own computer in my own room. I'm playing the fucking Sims. Fuck both of y'all. Right? So,
you've lived just such a different life than me. Go on.
what?
I didn't even have a TV in my room. I didn't have a TV in my room until I was a legal adult. The computer was in a room that the doors had been taken off the hinges.
What am I supposed to say?
I
man?
don't know, but it's just so funny because you'll say shit like, and I don't think of it as like privilege, like money or wealth, because I was fine. Like
Y'all weren't poor,
we
right.
were well off. It's not a wealth. It was just an access thing. I did not grow up in a family that believed that children should have access to stuff. So like the TV that I watched that wasn't in the family room was in my brother's nursery, and that TV was in there so my stepmom could breastfeed. Like I was never allowed a TV in my room because my parents wanted to know what I was watching.
Yeah, and see, I think that was so funny, and I think that's also like our birth order differences, and like, because a lot of me and your problems are like, you're oldest, I'm youngest, but you were overly supervised, I wasn't supervised at all. I'd be in that motherfucking room doing anything. So, because I had a TV, I had a PlayStation 2, I had a big fat back compact desktop computer. I was running all kinds of operations on that computer.
That's so crazy.
I had a bunk bed. It was just me. I just had all kinds of crazy shit going on in that room, and I had
room inspections.
Stop! It's making me sad.
No,
Stop.
don't be sad.
It's
Don't
making
be,
me.
no, don't, I'm not sad about it. It's just I can't. First of all, I would have fucked off that kind of freedom. I would have been
was doing anything.
I understand that, but
I
like
was doing anything in that room.
my parents used to routinely come look under my bed. I don't know what they were looking for. My mom, not so much. My mom wasn't super like. Unless she had a hint that some shit was afoot, she wasn't super supervisory. But my dad and my stepmom, I had to empty out my book bag every day. Like prison.
I'm about to say prison. That's fucking prison.
To make sure that I was not changing clothes at school. And that I was also just doing my homework, which they never had to worry about. I don't know why they acted like that.
I wasn't doing my homework either. Go ahead.
They used to go through my closet to make sure that like I
Wasn't
wasn't
no whole clothes in there?
buying whole clothes. My journals got
But like,
read
did you
once.
even have the rapport that you would do something like that?
It wasn't that. It's my father's a liar. He's a very sneaky person.
So everybody else is a liar, not him.
So to him, everybody else is a liar.
Right.
And because I liked boys, but I think my dad thought I hate boys, boys get on my nerves, boys are so stupid. I think he thought I was trying to dupe him.
Because that's what he would do.
Because that's what he would do. I think he thought that I was way more into boys than I was, and I would have to be like, Richie, I hate these niggas. You really don't understand. Like, please, like, stop it. I was so supervised. I got picked up at the game. That Stevenson game.
That's crazy because we were both at that Stevenson game. And my
when
dad was there.
My dad was sitting in the car waiting to pick me up third quarter. I came outside. That nigga was like, skirt. He was like, get in. Like we were committing a crime.
I wish I could go back in time and see both of us at that fucking Stevenson game because I was 2009. What year was it? 2009. It was the fucking DeKalb County Super Bowl. Everybody was at the fucking game. Like everybody was at that game. My dad was there. He drove me and my friend Gia, and he was like walking with us. I was like, Dad, just take 10 steps up. Like just hey, because he just enjoyed high school football as like a man. That game was thick as fuck, but I would be in my fucking suit bang and my jeans, my skinny jeans, and my Converse thinking I was gonna pull niggas, and I was not. But okay, let me go back.
I wanted to keep talking about the game.
Oh, well, go ahead.
No, it was just like that was the first time that like one of the first times that the women in my family had to tell my dad like, hey, this is gonna be a formative memory if you bother her at this game. I had my fucking silk press ponytail pulled up at the front of my head like this. It was up so high. And I had on like a t-shirt and some jeans. I came in that because what the people were going to know is that I had a waist. I went in the bathroom of that stadium. I pulled my belt so tight. I pulled that bitch so tight. I almost cracked a fucking rib.
Did your belt have the little dip in the back one because you tied it so tight?
I pulled so it kind of looked like a thong a little bit.
Yeah, it had like a little dip in that middle belt loop.
I pulled that bitch so tight I could not breathe to the point where people were like, Jasmine,
are you okay?
Are you sick? I'm like,
I'm fine.
what? Like, you guys having fun at the game? Sports? Go team!
Sit down good.
My dad was outside because people wanted to go out to eat afterwards. My dad
you gotta
was
go
like,
because it's about Memorial Drive. You gotta go to the Applebee's.
I didn't get to do none of that.
I didn't go because I was with my dad. But you
That
had
game
to
was
be
so
a
fun.
part. That game was the event of the fucking. It was so thick. You know, I used to go to MLK, so I'm like, oh man, I ain't seen you in so long. Hey y'all, oh my god, what's up, friend? Hey friend, oh my god, you want the Queens now? Oh my god, that was a big deal because all like the girls from my class finally made the dance team, 11th grade, so it was all on the dance team. It was a big fucking deal. People hadn't seen me in like 2 years, which was a long time in high school years.
I got new body parts now.
Like I got a little bit more titty now. Like I'm dressing kind of cute. My shape kind of coming in.
But anyway, we digress.
Yeah. So in high school, I mean, and just growing up, my formative years, they didn't let me go nowhere. As long as I was in the house, they didn't really give a fuck what I was doing. So like I've gotten, and I was just explaining this. Was that you? Yeah, I was talking to y'all. I couldn't have a MySpace, but I found a way to get in trouble in every other corner of the fucking internet. I was on IMVU talking to strangers. I had a boyfriend in California on IMVU. Mind you, never saw each other's face. We had fucking cartoon characters, and we were chatting. I used to be chatting with them strangers. I was chatting down. Trouble.
Melanie.
Huh.
Strangers.
Yeah.
Okay.
But again, some of them strangers that I was talking to on the internet 15 years ago are my real life friends now. Like one of my friend Jazzy, we met on Twitter. My friend Lou, we met on Twitter 15 years ago on fan Twitter.
No, fine. I understand that.
But like I know they were other teams. It wasn't like that old sweaty white man in the fucking basement trying to like predator. No, because I wasn't trying to fuck or nothing. I really just wanted to like talk to people. So I was on that. I was talking to niggas on AIM in California again. I got in trouble for talking to them jerking niggas on AIM. I got in trouble for starting a blog. We all know I got in trouble for writing the fan fiction. I was still finding ways to get in trouble. But it was just like, I'm home. I'm not fucking nobody because y'all won't let me leave the house. I'm going to do what I want in this house. That's how I discovered porn because my parents were asleep. And I found porn on HBO. And I was like, this is interesting.
I got my ass kicked behind MySpace.
Oh, see, I knew my sister would have snitched on me on MySpace. It was too hot. I was like, they going to find me.
It was one of those things. This is one of the funniest things that kind of bred my bitch a little bit.
We need to get on topic. Go
yes.
ahead.
I had a MySpace. I got caught. I was Curly J from the A. That was my name. And my family found it. And I had some Pretty Ricky song on there, which was wildly sexual.
Let me put a little peer pressure on you.
It wasn't that. It was we
That was
can
the
play
most-
house.
No, that's
and
inappropriate. No, that's inappropriate.
But I had a crush, and I
Curly
wanted him
J.
to know that, like,
Curly J.
Listen.
Curly J from the A? That is inappropriate.
Listen. So I got in trouble. And I was like, I'm going to learn everything about this family computer that I absolutely can because this nigga will not catch me slipping. I learned about search history. I saw the things that my father was looking at on that computer, and I knew he did not know how to access the search history. I held that over that man's head until that family computer got out of that house. I said, let me tell you something. I said, come here.
Come here.
And he was like, what? I said, I can see the things that you do on the computer.
Big breasted beauties 99.
And I said, I'm the only one in the house that knows how to access the search history. And what I will do is tell your wife how to access the search history.
So you let Curly J
And
from the
he was like, now my father did some verbal abusing, but I don't think this was abuse. I think he had been bested. He was like, you bitch. I was like, got him.
No, I used to be the one to set up the parental control. So like, you're not gonna be able to block me from watching what the fuck I want anyway. I have the codes. I have the nuclear codes, bitch. This is my shit. Okay.
On topic. What are we supposed to do?
What's my joke of the week?
Oh,
no, we're talking about the lady blocking me. Okay, well,
yes.
that's just weird. I get more
Yes.
powerful. It was just people, and this has been my complaint. We already know this. We already know I hate everybody and I hate all y'all, whatever. But the parasocialness of it all, because she was like, oh, you had an opportunity. You had 7 people in the room blocked. If 7 motherfuckers in that room are blocked by me, I don't want to be in that room.
Bitch, who? Because you know what? People do be getting blocked by us and still listen to the podcast. I've learned that too, because I go check on listeners that I blocked and they still be listening, and they be on there talking about how much we bitch is and all of this, but you still listen because be funny. Yes, correct. Listen, ho, you can't do nothing for either one of us, and that's not to say that our listeners can't do anything for us, because I have been granted so many opportunities by our listeners and friendships by our listeners. I'm real life friends with a handful of y'all, so I really appreciate that. But you, bitch, talking about you blocking your blessings. You are nobody's blessing. Blessings don't complain about you on the internet.
But also,
So shut the
where
fuck
do you
up.
work? Because we need to call them. Because why are you acting like this as an employee representing whatever the fuck? But also, because people are so thirsty for any opportunity and any kind of clout or any kind of whatever, you think other people will say yes to any and everything. I say no to a lot of shit.
$10 says that she is a manager at a bar that does comedy sometimes.
Now, I did do a little digging on her. She did work where she said she worked.
Where'd she say she? Tell me later.
She said she worked with a short comedian man. Don't say his name out loud. Just think about who the short.
Oh.
Because
Okay.
you know I gotta make sure to tell you. Oh, you mean?
Sorry, I'm truthful. Sorry that I don't keep secrets and that I'm really bad at that.
I did a little bit of digging. She did actually work there, but also, if this is how you behave, I don't want to work with you because you're strange. Duh. Okay, booty hole. No, what do we see on TikTok this week?
Let me tell you something. There's a deadbeat on Twitter. I'm going to talk about Twitter because I do have TikToks to talk about, but I want to talk about this deadbeat on Twitter. This happened today, and we are recording this episode today, so it might be late by the time it comes around. This bitch gonna get on there and tweet, going to Kansas City to meet my daughter. And I said, and I just clocked it. I said, okay.
And quoted this with a girl that was his fucking height.
This child is 905 years old. She has a 401k and probably arthritis. She knows what a deductible is.
She go to work every day.
She goes to work every day. Okay? She gets a full set when she goes into the nail shop. You understand me? This child is 100 years old.
Her nails in the color red and almond
An
shape.
almond.
That's a
okay?
grown lady.
That is a grown lady. And not to like adultify this child, but you should have been in this baby's life. First of all, you just met this baby. She don't know you from Adam. You done put a picture of her on Twitter. So you're opening her up to unnecessary scrutiny, first of all. Then somebody in the comments, which I'm assuming is somebody he knows, was like, damn, gang, you ain't know she was out there, which would have been respectable. If you had just found out that you had a kid, you're excited about meeting your kid, fine, I would have understood that. And that's what I thought was happening when I saw the picture, and lame bitches was like, oh, you want another one? Like, you want another kid or some shit like that. You bitches are disgusting.
For a man to get on here and be like, y'all got to decenter us. For a man to say it.
A man had to hold your hand when he said that. But anyway, so he was like, nah, it was something going on between me and her mom, and I kind of let that get in between.
Come to find
steak, mash, spinach, cream corn.
Cream corn.
Okay? Are you fucking crazy?
So come find out, did you see what it was?
They said that she had fucked his friend. I think being a man is the greatest scam on earth, a man getting to be a parent, because it is a choice for them. It's an option. A woman will go to jail. A man can literally be like, I don't like that bitch or her baby. I'm cool on it. And then there are absolutely no repercussions.
And he can come on Twitter 10 years later like, I met my daughter.
And his daddy was a deadbeat. His sister gonna come on there talking about something. My brother raised me. And then everybody's like, well, why? Because your daddy a deadbeat. So you continue in this cycle. Then if you search his Twitter for the word daughter, 3 things have happened. Number 1, he is on Twitter wishing for a daughter, saying like, damn, I want a daughter. The next woman I'm with, when I get married, I'm gonna have to have a daughter or she gonna have to have a daughter because I want a daughter. He was dating a woman with a daughter and was like, she ate my, whatever the fuck, some food. Like, I ain't never want to fight a kid so bad. Then all the other, he tweeted, oh, when I have a daughter, I'm gonna treat her like a queen. That was a lie. Then every other tweet about daughter is, how people are like, oh, somebody's son, somebody's son, somebody's son. All the other daughter tweets are him, and he says it so much that it freaked me out. Like, basically, like, oh, I want to nut on somebody's daughter face, or I want to come on somebody's daughter face.
See that? Gross.
And super gross.
Police.
And it's just like, we are not violent enough towards deadbeats. And I don't even mean physically violent. I mean like socially violent. You should not be accepted in regular society. You are
Niggas
not
just at homecoming like nothing's going on.
just you got kids that you don't know. You have a child that you don't know. And you're a truck driver and your baby lives 3 hours
That's
away.
nothing.
That's 30 minutes to a truck driver. You just didn't see your baby because you into it with your baby mama?
For 10 years over fucking your man?
For 10 years? I mean,
And honestly, is it really his man's? Because niggas be like, oh, she fucked my homeboy and y'all just played ball together
at LA Fitness.
You don't know that nigga
You
for
don't
real.
know. And niggas be
You know his
doing that
first name.
because they be wanting to put a handle on your coochie. I need to see 5 pictures of you with that nigga. I need to see y'all text thread. If y'all went to high school together.
How many pictures of his have you liked on Instagram?
I need to see the tall T pictures of y'all if y'all grew up together. Otherwise, that nigga is
They
fair
better
game.
have been leaning and rocking with it like fucking Cash
Right,
Camp.
what the
okay?
fuck? What the fuck do you mean? She fucked my homie, so I didn't see my baby. Are you smoking dick? Are you crazy? What?
Yes.
I just could not believe that shit. And it is hoes in the comments like, oh, you want another baby? And then somebody today was like, y'all be projecting the fact that y'all fathers weren't, or tweeting me that y'all fathers weren't around other people. I regrettably saw that nigga every day. And so don't you ever.
And this is a crazy thing to
That
say.
nigga was around too much.
Let me just say this. I have not physically seen my father. He passed away almost 15 years ago. And I still have more reps with my father than some grown-ass people have on this earth.
Yep.
Because, again, I probably spent more time with my dad than I did with my mom. Because my mom, like, worked and shit. But, like, he was there. Until he wasn't, but he was there as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And I try not to lean too much into father because somebody say, like, that's what your daddy did. You know, then no one wants to have a good time. That's kind of like my fear. I always think of the worst possible things somebody can say to me when I tweet things. But, like, and even I think about my father's situation and the way my daddy issues have presented itself. And I think if I was 10 years, I think about the first 10 years of my life. I cannot picture that without my dad. And I just can't imagine him popping in like a fucking sitcom like, honey, I'm home at 10 years old.
My father told me I had to have been around that age, like when, like maybe like 11 or 12, like when you start like really pre-pubing, like you about to get out there like body wise. And he was talking to me about like sex and how sex makes babies and all of that stuff. And he was just kind of like, hey, and he was being very kind. He was being very informative. And I thought that he was like making shit up, but he was like, I need you to know that me, the presence that I have in your life, is not normal for everybody. And that having a father that is around, that's not the life that everybody is living. So you getting pregnant could mean that you get pregnant by somebody that does not have or want to do anything with you or the baby. And I didn't take that as seriously as I should. And when I was at Alabama State and I got pregnant by somebody who, for all intents and purposes, you would believe would be around. And then after I miscarried, he got someone else pregnant and was immediately a deadbeat. Immediately. And not that I think God causes miscarriages to move you out of things or away. I don't know if God behaves like that, but I very much would have been miserable. I very much would have been miserable, and that would have been my baby. And he has kids. He has a kid that he claims, and that is his kid. And he has a kid that he doesn't.
And I just can't imagine the psychological effects of like you seeing your dad being like, you know, like on Are We There Yet? When they finally make it to the dad's house and he's in there being father of the year to his whole new family. I can't imagine
the mind fuck.
Oh
on
my
that.
God.
Yeah.
I'm like anybody who's experienced that, I'm so sorry. Like it's just so many different layers to it. I think about we get on here and Kiki and Kaka about our experiences with men over our 20s and everything. Imagine if we got pregnant by any of them. How much our lives would have been. Okay, this is a segue into the booty hole. Like 5 years ago,
right?
Now, we met 5 years ago. Life was so different. Like personally, just the world, everything was so fucking different. Like even the niggas we was talking to at that time. Imagine you had a baby by that nigga. So you would have a now 4.5-year-old possibly. Imagine.
Me and that nigga was meat to meat. When I say we were not having safe sex, and it was fun while it was happening, but we were not being protecty.
Same.
And that is, I fear God's capabilities of like making niggas. You just made anything. Like I was being so emotionally abused at that point in time by somebody who like I should have like burned you with a hot pan. Like that's what I should have done. And I believe that because he used to, whenever he would feel me pulling away, this is before I knew about everything else he had going on. Whenever he would feel me pulling.
Wait, who we talking about? B or P?
We talking about 26.
Oh, okay. I thought we were talking about.
No, we are talking about.
Okay, I thought we were talking about P. Go ahead.
We were talking about.
Yeah.
26. Whenever he would feel me pulling away, he would like talk about wanting a baby with me. And I'm like, I thought it was love bombing, but now that I look back on it, you wanted access to me forever.
Mm-hmm. That's what they give you a baby. We talked about this.
Yes.
Before Hadley said she was pregnant. Remember we talked about this with DG and this.
Yes. So I think that he would have been an absent father? No, because he had dad problems that would have lent to him being present. Yeah. But I think he would have been running me fucking ragged. I think he would have been abusing his like status as a dad and like when I wasn't fucking with him. Yeah. No, I think he's the type of person that like if you're not giving him the type of play he wants to not help.
Yeah. Now
whose device is that? I got my keys. Oh, okay.
I'm like, can't nobody find it. Okay.
I thought somebody was in here. I'm about to say you're a terrible criminal.
And I similarly, I know like the air mattress of it all, right?
Go on.
Fun era. But he would also, like, you know, niggas, that's how you know niggas are delusional sometimes, because sometimes they try to sell you a dream that you never asked for, and it's just like, this isn't helping.
Right.
He's like, yeah, I want you to have my baby. I'm just like, oh.
Where is it gonna sleep?
I was like, hold on now. Wait a minute. I ain't say all that. And I knew even in my depressed young bitch state, no, baby.
Right.
Now, baby would have been cute. I think that's why, even in my young dumb bitch state, I always, if I did have to have an unwanted pregnancy, at the very least, I'm not fucking an ugly man.
My baby's gonna be cute no matter who.
The baby's gonna be cute regardless.
Mm-hmm.
But I think of like, but what if he took me up on that? What if I was just like, yeah, let's do it?
I knew that 26 was crazy because you know how like as a girl you be like you know sometimes you say come in me or nut in me like just jokingly. For the plot. Yeah. That nigga would say like let me nut in you. What? I mean, you exit this pussy stage left. Get out of it right now.
It's not supposed to be
your
your
idea.
idea.
Don't touch me.
Bastard.
I mean, and go outside my door. Don't forget to go when you leave. Get the fuck out of here.
That's so crazy because every time I say it jokingly with that boy, that's how I know he loved me because he's like, no, baby, I'm not doing that. No. I'd be like, do it. He's like, no.
I be saying it.
You're disgusting.
And
you're disgusting. You're nasty.
Yeah.
They be doing it.
They be doing it. But
it's just happened a couple times.
I be saying it when like it is first of all, I don't fuck guys except for 26. I don't fuck guys that I would not have a baby by. Like even if I don't believe in you as a man or a partner, I don't have sex with guys that I wouldn't.
Yeah, I don't think any of them would have been deadbeats.
Yeah.
I'm thinking. Give me a second.
Because that's not I don't like that type of character on a man. Yeah. Like I don't.
Yeah, none of them.
I don't even really fuck with niggas who fuck with deadbeats. Like if I find out you hang too tough with a deadbeat, yeah, I can't even be around you.
Like outside of the last one before that boy, I fucked with like 2-parent good household. Which we talked about those niggas being deadbeats too. But I feel like those niggas wouldn't have been like, and you never put things past niggas, but them niggas had dads in a way that would make them want to also be dads, type shit. So yeah, okay. So 5 years ago, sexual and niggas we fuck with aside, this has been the most eventful 5 years, probably like of my life. It's been such like the world has changed so fucking much. It wasn't this like terrible. Like when we met, it was September of 2019. I remember I had just came from like some other show and I was tired, but like we met at a fun time, pre-pandemic.
Going out a lot.
We used to go out. We went to MJQ's that one night, whatever. What would you tell yourself 5 years ago? One, she would never believe any of the fuck shit that's occurred in the past 5 years.
Like telling her something that has occurred or giving her advice?
Would you tell her straight up or would you be like, here's what you should need to be. Here's some advice. Yeah, like swing away. You know, like on signs when you just like, I ain't gonna tell you what to do, but swing away.
What did you just say to me?
The Signs. You ever seen the movie Signs?
No.
So in Signs, when the wife, so Mel Gibson and his brother and his 2 kids, the aliens.
You know what? I'm gonna stop you right there.
You've never seen Signs?
No. We're gonna stop because what won't happen is you terribly describe another movie to me that I'm then forced to watch. So I'm all set.
But okay, I'm not gonna ask you to watch it because if you've never seen Signs, I wouldn't advise it because it is kind of scary. It's one of the scariest movies I've seen because I saw it when I was like 8.
Not doing that.
But in the movie,
Not
have you
doing
seen
it.
Scary Movie 3?
Yes.
Okay. So you know the scene where Charlie Sheen comes and the wife is pinned against or whatever. That's a spoof of Signs.
Okay.
So in the real movie, she's like, tell Brody to swing away. He was like, what? What does that mean? So in the last scene when the alien comes in the house, that's when swing away. Oh, like this is what she meant by swing away. Because he's like a washed up baseball player, but he swings mason jars of water onto the aliens because the aliens are impervious to water, whatever the fuck it was, whatever word I'm trying. But he swung away, and that's how he killed the aliens because he hit the baseball bat with water and it like the aliens, and that's how they won.
You do not have a future in describing movies. You don't. That was terrible. Anyway.
Did anybody in here see Signs? Have you seen it, Brandon? Samaya, have you seen Signs?
Did she describe it in a way that would make you want to see it?
She doesn't describe any movie.
And that's fair.
Right.
Signs, I have no...
You got no dog in the fight?
I have no dog in the fight with Signs. Fuck Mel Gibson. Fuck them people.
Fuck Mel Gibson.
I don't really care. I don't care about Signs. The other sister, while I did describe it terribly, I have emotional ties to that movie. Signs, fuck them, because I had nightmares from Signs.
Okay.
Because the alien took, and I will say this, the alien took the little boy who had asthma and tried to poison him and kill him, and he was like, took his long alien fingers down to his lungs, and it was the scariest shit I ever seen as a kid because I had asthma, so that night I was asleep, and I like woke up, and I was like, huh, and I saw the alien with me, because I too had asthma, and he was like, and I was like, ah.
Okay, so
okay, maybe I'm not normal. Okay.
Okay, thanks. If I 2019 me, if I had to tell her to do something, I would first of all tell her stop being friends with them bitches now. Stop today. Stop fucking with them bitches today. I would have told her to break up with Patrick the first time you felt like it. Because it shouldn't have gone into the winter. After he showed his ass how he showed his ass about my car battery.
What do you do?
Bitch, so...
You couldn't wait for me to ask. Go ahead.
I turned down... When Kamala Harris ran for president the first time...
Right, I remember you
I
talking
got extended an offer by... I don't know if it was her North or South Carolina office. I have to pull up the offer letter, but they were like, "Hey, come on."
You.
And this would have been a very nice step in my career had her campaign gone further than what it did. But at the time, we didn't know what was going to happen. So all I know was black woman running for president. I got offered a job, finna do it. Came to him about it, and I was like, "Hey, I got offered this job. I'll be going for this amount of months. If she does well until November, this is what is happening." And he tells me, I don't think our relationship can survive long distance. I don't think I can participate in a long distance relationship, especially with what I have going on right now, which was fair because he worked where he worked, which was hard. And he was studying for an exam, which was also difficult. So I was like, okay, bet. But I wanted to be with him. I enjoyed being with him. And like, it wasn't the first relationship where I got treated how I should have been treated, but he did treat me so kindly when it was going well. And so I was like, and me, I need kindness. Like I long for that. So I was like, okay, well, it's campaign season. I'm sure I'll get another job because it had never been that I couldn't get a job before. So I was just like, fuck it. Like I'll get another job. So I turned the job down, and then it was so difficult for me to get a job after that to the point where I had to start working as a server at Louisiana Bistro. And I could see his shift change in how he perceived me. I was no longer the part that he thought I wasn't smart anymore because I wasn't doing the smart girl job. Like the thing that attracted him to me was how smart I was, and I can say that I worked in politics and I blah, 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 all this different shit. So because I was working, and this is when I was living with Chelsea, because I was working at a restaurant, I wasn't making the same type of money that I was used to making. So it went from him spending money on me because it was fun for him to him having to help me. And
Right.
not even,
And that was not funny.
not even like in a big way, but just here and there, like helping me. And I would when I say, if it was not like something he was doing romantic or, you know, something extraneous, I would always pay him back. So if it was something that I needed help with and it was like a bill or something like that, it wasn't that like, oh, he was paying my bills. Like, I'm gonna get around to it. Like, just give me a second. So I that month, this all happened in the same month, I needed help with the rent. And so I said, hey, I need you to pay my rent. I know you got it because I be looking at your bank balance on your laptop when you're gone. And I will give it back to you. Not normal. Whatever. You think a nigga finna be in my pussy and I don't know what's in that bank account? Hand it here. Anyway, so I said, I will give it back to you, but I need this amount. I need you to pay it. He very begrudgingly paid it. And I could tell that he was upset about it. So I was like, okay, boom, strike one. So that same week, I had been, later on, not the same week, maybe like 2 or 3 weeks later, this was before, come on. Anyway, I was about to say somebody's name. Anyway, this was before an important wedding that I was a part of. Mm-hmm. And my car, Carisha just decided, I give up. I'm not doing anything anymore. And I'm like, damn, I already didn't have the rent money. I don't have the money to pay for a new battery in this car, but I need to get to work. And I was interviewing for the Elizabeth Warren campaign. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I'm on the brink of a fucking come up. Like, I can't do the job if I can't get to work.
I'm in a bind, Nate.
So I called him, literally. So I called him and I'm like, hey, babe, my car isn't working and I need you to physically come get me, and not only physically come get me, I need you to purchase me a battery for the car, and then I need you to take me somewhere so that they can install the battery, and I need you to also pay for the service for the battery, but I got you though. I'll give it back.
And I give you pussy.
He showed his ass about that battery. Like, basically, like, this is not what I signed up for. I didn't sign up I was doing something, and then I got to come here and I got to pay for it. Like, I didn't sign up to be helping you like this. Like, you got to get your shit together. And he also said this during the breakup, but this was like the preview of it, like the interlude, where he was just kind of like, you basically on some, you're not the girl that I thought you were, like, type shit.
God forbid a bitch have a bad 2-3 months.
Oh, and it was literally just 2 or 3 months. So if I could go back, instead of like trying to, because I just chalked it up to him having a bad day and him being mean because
not a bad
nigga. I would tell myself, like, you leave that nigga where the fuck he stood. You walk home.
Leave him
right
there.
Call
there. Anybody. Bitch.
But he was up until then, he was so dependable, and like my dad wasn't dependable. I had not had a whole history with a bunch of dependable niggas. That seemed
like normal and good.
Yeah, and when he showed us, I should have left right then.
I think for me, I know this is kind of productive and problematic, but I would have been like, fuck as many of these niggas as you can.
Yeah.
Once you get your coochie together from that nigga fucking your pH balance, fuck every nigga you ever thought of fucking, because you don't have a lot of time. You don't have a lot of time.
Not your coochie clock was running out. Speed it up.
Speed it up.
Swing away.
Swing away. Because between the pandemic, my frontal lobe developing, which means I don't want to fuck nobody no more, because now like all these niggas are so stupid now. Yeah. Me finding my person, whatever. You never gonna fuck none of these niggas again. Just get it out while you can still enjoy it before you get any bigger.
Girl.
But honestly, that was a different. Think about it. We were smaller then.
That had nothing to do with
for me.
Oh,
for me personally, because and it maybe it's be psychological, but I feel like, oh my God, is dating different for me now because I'm bigger than I was. I only gained like 15 pounds, but like mentally, this is the smallest you're gonna be, probably for the rest of your life. Enjoy that shit. Wear your stomach out. Here's a couple $1,000. Go wear your stomach out, because it just, your titty's gonna get bigger though, so you're gonna be fine. But don't look at me like that, like I'm a charity case. Oh my God.
I'm not looking I'm listening to you.
Okay, I'm about to say, like, when you had your ideal body and you didn't realize that was your ideal body until you didn't have it no more.
Well, I think our relationships with our bodies are different, because when I had my ideal body, I was making myself sick to have it. And like now it's just like, one thing I will say is that niggas be liking me for me. It was never about.
Yeah.
Not that niggas don't like you for you, but
No.
it just
I
never
didn't
crossed
even
my
date
mind.
for real at this size. So like now I'm just like, oh my God,
I didn't even notice I was gaining weight because like I started getting more niggas. So
I
I was
think
just
now
like,
that too, and I think also it's age too, because honestly my ass wasn't getting 8 when I was in 150s, but I think my sweet spot was that 170, that 168. That was my.
if I get back to my license weight, I'm gonna know something.
No, if I get back to my license weight, which is 145,
You're
y'all gonna call the cops on me. I don't ever want to be that small.
You on that shit if you
No,
get
yeah,
back
I
to
don't want to be
145.
small like that,
Okay.
but I feel like my 2019 size that was 170, 165. That was I love
Yeah.
that body. Granted, I like this because I have titties.
Mm-hmm.
And I walk out and I got a lot of ass right now. I do love it, but again, like while you have this young bitch body
Mm-hmm.
and this young bitch knees and young bitch all that, fuck as many niggas as you possibly can.
I would have sugared more. I would have like.
See, now I don't know.
No, I'm not even that. Like, not even just like picking up sugar daddies, but just like I should have got me like one more old nigga to do shit for me before, because now I'm deeply uninterested in it. I care about it like not
and
at
again,
all.
that's how we were so different in that, because I've never had that fun, sugary, flued out kind of. Yeah, like I've only talked to like regular niggas.
But you know, you do shit like that, and it's hard to like separating the fun, because like I didn't have, my brain wasn't developed when I was doing it, so like it was probably much more dangerous than I realized. So like I can't even say like, oh, like I should have done it more, because like you probably could have been murdered, just like straight up. Like, so
yeah, and I see when we
yeah.
fucking more niggas, like my coochie was already on his last leg then.
I don't think your coochie can handle all that.
My
fucking.
coochie, I probably could have just allotted for 2 more bodies, but that's kind of just it. And honestly, I probably would have been like, the pandemic was so crazy. I don't think anybody saw that shit coming.
No.
Or like even just like the Kobe pandemic. No, the Pop Smoke Kobe. No, it was Kobe Pop Smoke pandemic. 1, 2, 3 punch. I would have been like, bitch, you buckle up. This about to be the craziest fucking year of your life. I didn't think about life before that.
I remember, I knew the world changed when the pandemic was happening, and it was a little bit past those 2 weeks that they said that we would be in the house.
Yep.
And I went to the drive-in liquor store over there on the east side. Drive-through liquor store over there on the east side. And before, pre-pandemic, you rarely saw like a line there.
Oh, when that shit was packed.
And that shit was packed. People were as alcoholic as they could possibly be.
Yeah, it was
during
bad.
the pandemic. I was drinking and making cheesecakes. That's what I was doing. I was drinking and making cheesecakes. Rodney was making alcoholic gummy bears. We were losing our fucking minds.
We were, and I used to go over there. We used to have a good time over
We
there.
were having a good time.
You used to cook some good shit.
I did. We
need to get back on that.
remember Taco Week?
Yeah, you had a different taco every day.
Mm-hmm.
When you made the Oreo cheesecake that one time, that shit, the biscuit and the bacon and all that other shit, that was good. I honestly could type in your old address,
and see all the food.
put Lithonia in food, and just, you made them fucking lamb lettuce wraps.
Those were
all
good.
kinds of bullshit.
I was just bored.
We were bored. And
Doing
so like
stuff.
that era was so weird. But that last chunk when I got back from New York till the pandemic started was the weirdest time of my life. And I had gotten, now if I could go back 5 years ago, I would have told myself to stop ignoring the substitute teacher phone calls. Cause I thought that I'm finally free. I don't have to do that no more. I'm gonna get me a job when I leave New York. And I did not have a job when I left New York. And
I
I
would
was
have told myself to invest too.
yeah, I was too prideful to call them people when I got back. Or like I told them to stop calling me. I shouldn't have. No, like it's like opt out. I opted out. Because like, no, when I get back, I'm going to have a job. I'm going to do this. And that shit did not work out like that. So I should have had some kind of backup. Because I was making, when I tell you I was so fucking poor. When you met me, I was so poor. I had $50 to my day. So that's why like I'm so grateful to have been able to live home for as long as I did. And like, you know, the 1 week of me being by myself is like, wow, I can afford this. I can like this couch I purchased. Like, because I had nothing. If I could send money back in time, oh my God. If I could have sent that little bitch $1,000, it would have changed the whole trajectory.
$1,000 would have changed
so much
the trajectory of my life.
Just a quick little $1,000.
Because I had gotten the job that I had in 2020. It's so funny how God works, because something in my spirit was telling me not to do. I was working for this organization and I ended up doing the entire contract of the job. It just ended up being virtual. But I was supposed to go to Florida. I was supposed to go to Miami. I was supposed to move to Miami for like a calendar year. And I didn't have any money to do that. And had that job not been surrounded in the pandemic, I would have lost it. Had the job not had to turn virtual, I would have had no money that year because I cannot make it to Florida. I cannot. They weren't paying relocation. They told us when they hired us, like, hey, we're gonna pay you good, but we not paying for you to get there or paying for you to move. So figure it out. They weren't doing any supporter housing. They didn't have anything. They didn't have anything. So when they pivoted, I was like, not thank God for the pandemic, but I was like, I wouldn't have had no job because you said you had $50 to your name. I have nothing. Because I don't know. I feel like I'm tired now, and I think like now that I'm more comfortable, even though like shit still costs money and shit is still hard, but like I was so exhausted back then with just trying to like take care of myself because I've been taking care of myself since I was like 17. So it's just kind of like you're gonna be okay. Like,
because I'm always gonna be okay, but it's just like the getting to okay is like fuck.
And okay keeps moving, and I wish I could tell my younger self that like okay is. It ebbs and flows.
It's not a 100%.
It's not a destination. You don't get there. Like you get okay for a while. Some fucked up shit happens and you're not okay. Eventually you're okay again. And you might be okay for a longer period of time. And then some fucked up shit happens. And that like your life is now, it means more when you know that like you're not just going to have a series of okay. It's not going to be one everlasting
one day
long
you're gonna
okay.
be good.
Yeah.
And one day, and to get to that good, you might have a really bad day. Because I can tell, remember that week, the week we shot the podcast, that first episode was the worst week of my life, easily. And we talked about that a lot. And I remember like doing the episode and they had shot, and it was so much hope pre-pandemic because that was my first time one of my stand-up clips had gone viral. To put the nigga in the bag had went viral, and the dude asked me to do a skit. So I was like super, super excited. I'm like, this is gonna be it. This is gonna be great. But I just remember being in that car. I think I found out some really, really bad news that day. And I had to just keep doing it. Like, I just had to keep going that day. Man, I wish I could go back in time and just be like, it's going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Yeah. Like, my 2020 to my 2021, complete difference. But mostly, I wish I could just give her some money. Yeah. I wish I could just give her some money. But yeah, this 5 years has been very, very crazy. And 2020 has been, the 2020s have been an awful decade. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It's been... I've got like, not that I don't have any memories, because I have memories, but I like being an adult in the 2010s of it all I have core memories where, and it might just be because I was younger, but even towards the end of it, when I was like 27, like 28, like I was having a time. Fun is so much more difficult to come by in a post 2019 world. Like you gotta make more of your fun now. Like you gotta force yourself. Fun doesn't just come to you as much anymore.
Yeah, things used to be, I've done things that used to be fun 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 years ago. Like even just, I think about now that I've moved closer to the city, like when I was driving around yesterday, or just like going to and from people's houses, I had to drive through Edgewood yesterday.
Wow. Yeah.
And I'm just like, we used to have Edgewood. For a young 20-something in Atlanta, Edgewood, you just park your car somewhere and just walk and go.
Hope for the best.
Fucking Peter Street. Nightlife used to be, there were levels to it. If you want to go lounge, you can do lounge. You want to do like a little bar.
Going to Harold's and shit.
Going to Harold's and shit. Fin and Feathers. Remember when K Michelle had a spot out there? Cafe Circle, bitch, on a Friday night.
And I think the stuff is still fun. I think
we've aged out of it a little bit.
I don't think we've aged out of it. I think the people are also different now. Like people aren't as fun anymore.
It's our little cousins.
Right. It's not even
our little cousins are grown now.
The older people too, though, like, I don't know. It just seems like people are... 2019, you were outside, you were dancing, you were in the club because you were having fun and you were enjoying yourself. Now, and that was like, it was still sectiony and people had sections and all that shit, but people were still having a good time. Now it's section. Everybody want a section. Niggas filming each other at the club and blowing hookah smoke in the camera to post for other niggas, or like bitches in there just to be mean and mean mug other bitches and you not having a good time. I was about to faint at Deeper the last time I went. And this lady was in a section. I didn't know she was with a man, but she was near the man. And I said, "Excuse me, is that your husband?" And I was drunk. I was so drunk. I was like, "Is that your husband?" And she's like, "What?" I'm like, "Is that your husband?" And she's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Hey, I just want to ask y'all, like, could I sit down? Like, I just need to sit down for a second." And she begrudgingly did it. But everybody that was in the section was upset that I took a seat. Everybody was upset that I took a
we're
seat.
losing the plot.
Or like me and Brittany were like, before these people got to their section, because I refuse to buy a section at Deeper unless it's like my birthday
It's
or
fucking
something.
Deeper.
It's Deeper. So we were leaning up against the back of the couch, and the dude, when they finally got to the section, mind you, we had been there for hours. The dude kept putting his arm on the back part of the couch rest to push us off. And so because stand up in it, say it. So I kept sitting back on it, and the girl is like basically telling him like, you need to say something before I say something. And I'm hearing all of this. And then so he pushes his arm again, and I plop my ass down on the back of it like, I'm finna break your fucking tibula if you don't stop fucking with me. So then he's like, he started first of all, you pussy, because you started the sentence, we weren't talking. He's like, we did pay for this. We paid for this section. We paid for this. People come to the club to feel better than other people because you have no power in your real life. So now you're outside.
I hate a fucking section tyrant. Like, it'll be so weird. Because, like, granted, it became you going to the club to have a good time. And I also want to feel better to people by having a section. But now that's the only reason. You're not even trying to have a good time. You just want to make sure don't nobody step in this fucking section.
You're drinking a bottle of Clase Azul that they have filled up with El Jimador, and you can't tell the difference because you don't know things. But I will say, me and Brittany went to El Malo, and even though this nigga was weird, it felt very 2019-ish. We weren't planning on meeting no niggas. We went to the club just to dance. He was paying for some bitches to give, and he was like, them too. And we came and sat in the section. I said, oh, this feels nice. This feels very what I'm used to. But niggas don't do that anymore.
Niggas don't do that anymore. Niggas have gotten meaner. Everyone's gotten meaner in general, but like the patriarchy and all the other shit. It's the incel culture too. Like, you bitches, you come to the club to soak up all the... We used to go to the club, and it's like, it was people there you would hope to get in the section, but you also just want to have a good time as well. You know, and if you were lucky or if you knew somebody, like, oh, great, I'm in the section now. But like, now if you don't have a section, you don't go at all. So now no one's here. Now everyone's just in the section. There needs to be people in the club.
And there's no dance floor. Like, there no place.
There needs to be, right.
El Malo is nice because they have it's like vintagey, kind of like 70s in there. And they have an open dance floor. Like, the sections are all along the wall. So like, say this whole wall is section, and then it's like this. And then the dance floor is like the open part. So people be in there.
And you know,
because they're having a good time.
I don't want to hang with them, but the white people are still having the same kind of fun they used to be having.
Yeah.
And not to use them as a barometer for anything, but it's just true. But yeah, I
think we should do a part 2 to the 2019 episode.
Yeah, we can go back to just reminisce. And I think it also goes into like the whole Gen Z conversation of it all too, because like I've been saying, they don't have anything to look back on and nothing to reference. And that weird transitional era from them didn't happen. So they don't really know what to...
Club culture or going out.
Yeah, and I
think...
Or
even dating and stuff. Because all they know is, like, guys who have been exposed to incel culture. Like, the boys were making their own incel stuff. They were coming up with... At least the ideas were original. The stuff that they were coming up with... It was dumb,
but it was original, yes. And we knew, like, it was more so locker room talk, but now the locker room has gotten so fucking big, it's terrifying.
The locker room is everywhere.
And I was also thinking about just the reverence for older people and how we got here, because me and my sister are 7 years apart. But if I talk to somebody from 2001, actually my little godbrother's birthday is today. He turned 23. And he acts like I'm the oldest bitch alive. And at least with us, it's friendly because he turned 23 today. And I was like, because after 24, it's all downhill from there, babes. You're old now. But with me, my sister being 7 years older than me, I'm like, y'all the coolest bitches ever. Y'all went to the club. I was talking to Melissa. We went to Marshall's or some shit the other day. And I was just like, I think what came on, I think it was like, was it Blame It on the Alcohol or something? It was one of them songs. But I'm just like, y'all got to be in the club when this dropped. Like, how was that? To be in the moon on a fucking Wednesday night when Yeah by Usher is on the that sounds so fun. I'm not like, God damn, ew, y'all all like, damn, that sounds really cool.
But like I said, I think a lot of that is jealousy. Like, you cling into, because some girl on Twitter says something and she's about somebody being 30, one of like the classic Gen Z jokes. And I'm like, do you bitches expect to die after 29?
What do y'all think is gonna happen?
What do y'all think is gonna happen? And like, I'm cool. I don't care what anybody says.
I'm cool as fuck.
I'm cool as fuck.
I look great.
I'm sexy as fuck. I look amazing. I don't want any more of this fucking slander. Go make some memories. Go make some memories.
Go do something, because it's all projection. I was going through, I search my tweets, and sometimes I find old tweets and I go through the quotes once I like got over it. And I think I missed a lot. And I missed like 50 people to block, because like when I was talking about being in the club when fucking Problems was out, when everybody was like, I was in middle school, and I replied to that one bitch like, oh goddamn, can't tell. And it's like, yeah, this is unnecessary, and it was mean, but like, exactly.
Right.
Ooh, sorry.
Damn, that
I was
sound
doing
like
it.
it hurt.
I was pulling at you.
Oh.
Exactly. That's mean and unnecessary. Like, of course, you looking at the size?
Well, I know it's our shoe you wear. I was seeing what it was. I didn't know it was the tag from your shoe.
Yes. And I'm just like, yeah, this is mean and unnecessary. See,
yes.
you understand? Yeah, it was mean.
Yeah.
Yes, it was mean. Cause like, wow, that was. Then they did that. This ain't it. I'm being mean.
Right.
Yes,
It is it.
people can be mean. I think people like put meanness with actual like predatory, cancelable things. No, I'm just being a bitch.
I'm just a bitch. Yeah.
I don't think anything's wrong with being a bitch. Sometimes you just feel like being a bitch, and that's just what it
It's
is.
just that.
You wanna wrap up?
I do. I got a pee so bad.
All right, bye.
Bye.